Have you ever felt invisible in a room full of people? Like, no matter what you say, no one really sees you. What if I told you that the real power isn't in talking, it's in watching, in noticing the small things that others miss? Imagine understanding someone's thoughts, feelings, even intentions, without them ever saying a word. Sounds like magic, right? But it's not. It's a skill you can learn today. People reveal everything about themselves if you just know how to look. The way they move, the way they shift their eyes, the way their hands twitch when they're nervous or excited. You don't need words to know what's really going on inside someone's mind. Have you ever wished you could read people like an open book? Now you can. Every glance tells a story. Every posture gives a clue. Every little reaction is a window into their world. And here's the secret most people miss. Nobody notices the observer. You can gather all the information you need while they keep thinking you're just standing there doing nothing. Isn't that powerful? Knowing more than anyone else, just by being silent? You might think it's complicated, but it's not. It's about slowing down, paying attention, letting your eyes, your mind, your instincts do the work. People are constantly revealing themselves, and if you learn to see the signs, you'll always be 10 steps ahead. You'll understand motivations, desires, fears, without ever opening your mouth. Ask yourself, how many opportunities have slipped by because you spoke too soon? How many secrets were hidden simply because you didn't notice? What if you could see through all the noise and know the truth in every situation? That power, that edge, is yours if you just train yourself to watch, really watch. Every person you meet is a story waiting to be read. Every interaction is a puzzle you can solve. And the best part? You don't need a single word to unlock it. But to master it, you have to learn the rules, and that's where everything changes. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like no one really saw you? What if I told you the secret isn't in talking, but in watching? Observation is the hidden superpower most people ignore. The more you see, the more you understand, without saying a single word. Every person gives away tiny clues about their thoughts. A twitch of the eye, a quick smile, the way they shift their weight, all of it matters. When you learn to notice these small signals, you gain an edge. You start seeing things others miss, understanding what really drives people. Most people rush to speak, trying to prove themselves, but those who master observation already know the story before it's told. It's not about being nosy or intrusive. It's about paying attention with respect and awareness. You'll notice patterns in behavior, the way people react under pressure. You'll pick up on emotions they try to hide, intentions they don't express. Observation turns ordinary conversations into insight. You'll begin to understand not just what people say, but what they mean. Even silence speaks volumes when you know how to watch. A glance can reveal more than 1,000 words ever could. This skill lets you anticipate actions before they happen. It helps you make smarter decisions in every situation. Imagine walking into a negotiation or a meeting. While others guess, you already know the mood in the room. Observation isn't just about reading people. It's about connecting the dots, understanding motives, predicting outcomes. The more you practice, the sharper your perception becomes. You start noticing things that were invisible to you before. It trains your mind to stay present, to really focus. And in a world full of distractions, focus is rare and powerful. When you master observation, you stop being reactive. You start being strategic, making moves with confidence and clarity. You'll discover how small behaviors reveal big truths. You'll understand desires, fears, and motivations, all without speaking. Every person you meet becomes a lesson in human behavior. Every interaction is an opportunity to see beyond words. Observation is your key to influence, understanding, and insight. It's not magic, it's attention, patience, and awareness in action. Words can lie, but bodies rarely do. Every gesture, every movement tells a story you can read. A simple shift in posture can reveal confidence or fear. A crossed arm might seem small, but it can show defensiveness. The eyes are the most honest part of the body. A glance away, a quick blink can show hesitation or discomfort. Hands speak louder than words in many situations. Fidgeting fingers or tapping feet reveal impatience or stress. Facial expressions are constantly giving clues. Even a micro smile or a tiny frown can betray true feelings. Notice the way someone leans toward you. It can signal interest, agreement, or curiosity without them saying anything. Distance matters. Personal space is a language of its own. Too close, and someone may feel threatened. Too far, and they may be guarded. Tone of voice works with body language, not against it. A soft tone with rigid posture says something very different than a calm tone with relaxed posture. Even clothing and appearance communicate without a single word. The way someone dresses can show their confidence, professionalism, or personality. Nonverbal cues happen automatically. People don't plan them. That's why they are so honest, so revealing, and so powerful. Pay attention to clusters of signals, not just one. A single gesture may mislead, but a combination tells the real story. Watch for contradictions between words and actions. When someone says, "I'm fine," but their body screams otherwise, trust the body. Mirroring is another secret signal to notice. When people copy your posture or gestures, it shows connection or agreement. Even silence is full of meaning if you watch carefully. The way someone reacts when you pause can reveal curiosity, discomfort, or interest. Learning to read these signals gives you incredible insight. You start understanding emotions, intentions, and unspoken truths in real time. It's not complicated, but it takes attention. You have to slow down and truly watch, not just see. Every interaction becomes a lesson in human behavior. Every small movement becomes a clue, a piece of a bigger puzzle. Nonverbal cues are the roadmap to understanding people. Mastering them makes you more aware, more intuitive, and more influential. The world communicates far more through action than words. If you learn to read it, you'll know what people are really thinking. Silence is one of the most powerful tools you can have. When everyone else is talking, quiet people are the ones observing. By staying silent, you can notice things others completely miss. You see the subtle signals, the hidden patterns, the truth behind words. People often underestimate the power of someone who doesn't speak. They let their guard down, thinking you are just another listener. That's when you gather the real information. You watch how they behave, what they reveal, and what they hide. Silence creates mystery. It makes people curious about you. And curiosity is one of the strongest ways to influence others. When you don't fill the room with words, your mind is free. You can focus entirely on what's happening around you. You start noticing small gestures, tone shifts, and eye movements. These tiny details give away more than a long conversation ever could. Speaking too soon often exposes your thoughts. Silence lets you protect your position and think strategically. It's in the quiet moments that true understanding happens. You begin to see patterns, motives, and intentions clearly. People reveal themselves when they think no one is paying attention. And if you are silent, you are always paying attention. It's not about being passive or invisible. It's about being intentional, focused, and fully aware. A silent observer often knows more than the loudest person in the room. Knowledge is power, and silence gives you the upper hand. Even in negotiations, silence is a secret weapon. While others rush to fill space, you're collecting information silently. The advantage of silence is that no one can predict your next move. You stay ahead because you see more than they know you see. People will often talk themselves into revealing what they shouldn't. And all you have to do is listen with your eyes and mind. Mastering silence trains patience and control. It makes you more confident, more aware, and more strategic. Silence is also a shield. It protects you from misunderstandings. It prevents mistakes that come from speaking too quickly or emotionally. Every pause, every quiet moment is an opportunity to learn. Every interaction becomes richer when you watch instead of speak. Those who embrace silence notice what others overlook. They understand more. anticipate more, and act more effectively. Being quiet doesn't make you weak, it makes you powerful. It gives you clarity, insight, and the ability to influence without saying a word. Awareness is the bridge between seeing and understanding. It's the skill that turns ordinary observation into powerful insight. Being aware means noticing what others ignore. It's about paying attention to details that usually go unnoticed. Every movement, every glance, every expression has meaning. But you only catch it if your mind is fully present. Most people go through life distracted and rushed. They miss what's happening right in front of them. When you practice awareness, you slow down. You start to see patterns, connections, and hidden signals. Awareness isn't just about watching people. It's about noticing your environment, the context, and subtle cues. Every conversation becomes richer when you are aware. You start to understand not only words, but emotions behind them. The more you focus, the more details you notice. A slight change in tone, a nervous gesture, a fleeting expression, all speak volumes. Awareness sharpens your intuition. You begin to sense what people are thinking before they even act. It's about connecting dots others miss. Small details that seem irrelevant are often the key to understanding the bigger picture. Practicing awareness trains patience. You learn to observe first, judge later, and act wisely. Even in crowded or chaotic situations, awareness gives clarity. You notice microsignals while others are overwhelmed by noise. Awareness also improves your memory. The more you observe consciously, the more you retain. It's not just a skill for reading others. It's a tool to understand situations, opportunities, and risks. Practice makes it natural. Start by noticing small things, how someone walks, talks, or reacts. Gradually, your brain begins to automatically catch these details. It becomes a habit, a second nature, like seeing without thinking. Awareness opens doors to empathy and deeper connection. You begin to understand not just behavior, but feelings and motivations. It's about tuning in, not tuning out. Every pause, every observation strengthens your perception. Even silence and stillness chew lessons. You notice what's hidden, subtle, and unspoken. Practicing awareness transforms the way you interact with the world. You're no longer just a participant. You're an observer, a strategist, a thinker. Your mind becomes a radar, picking up signals others miss. Every glance, gesture, and tone becomes a clue you can use. Awareness is a skill anyone can develop. It starts small, grows steadily, and soon you see the world differently. When you commit to awareness, you see clearly, you notice patterns, intentions, and truths that others overlook. Strategic insight is seeing beyond the obvious. It's understanding people and situations before they even unfold. When you read behavior carefully, patterns emerge. Those patterns reveal intentions, desires, and hidden motives. It's not just about knowing what someone is doing. It's about predicting what they will do next. Insight turns observation into action. It helps you respond intelligently, not react impulsively. Every gesture, every expression, every word can be a clue. Put them together, and you can anticipate outcomes. Strategic insight is about thinking several steps ahead. It's the same skill chess players use to foresee moves. By observing quietly, you gather information others miss. By analyzing it, you create a plan that gives you the advantage. It's about connecting cause and effect in human behavior. You see why people act the way they do, not just what they do. When you understand motives, you understand choices. You know why someone smiles, why they hesitate, why they speak. Insight helps you make better decisions every day. You avoid pitfalls, seize opportunities, and influence situations. It's not a skill you are born with. It's learned through careful observation and consistent practice. Every interaction is a chance to improve your insight. Every moment you watch, every detail you need. Otis adds to your understanding. Strategic insight also improves your communication. You learn what to say, when to say it, and how to say it effectively. It's about timing, perception, and understanding the bigger picture. You act with purpose because you understand the context fully. Insight makes you proactive, not reactive. You're no longer guessing or hoping you know. It allows you to read situations and people accurately. You see hidden opportunities, risks, and dynamics before anyone else. Even subtle nonverbal cues can become game changers. A small gesture, a glance, or a tone shift can guide your actions. Strategic insight gives you confidence. You move through life knowing more than most people around you. It turns ordinary observation into extraordinary advantage. You are aware, focused, and prepared for anything that comes your way. The more you practice, the sharper your insight becomes. You start predicting actions, understanding motives, and influencing outcomes effortlessly. Insight is about being alert, analytical, and intentional. It's about turning every observation into meaningful understanding. With strategic insight, you become more than an observer. You become someone who sees the unseen and acts with clarity. Every person you meet, every situation you face is an opportunity to understand, to anticipate, and to act wisely. When you master insight, you don't just react, you strategize, you understand the story behind every behavior, every word, every gesture.